So how's the Josh? We saw Jyotiraditya Scindia and Sachin Pilot here at the India Today Conclave. Now we'll hear from the young voices of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Kiren Rijiju, Minister of State for Home Affairs, and Dr. Sambit Patra. I'll start with you, Mr. Rijiju. You are in charge of internal security as the Minister of State for Home Affairs. What's your reading of the situation between India and Pakistan? Is the confrontation over? Is life back to normal?
See, for any situation, the country has to act appropriately. For the ongoing situation, it will not be wise to make any kind of a specific pronouncement of the policy or any action. Whatever is there, it is before the country to see. And when the Prime Minister has given a clear direction and shown leadership, the country has to stand together and united. Beyond that, I would not like to make any comment on the ongoing situation which we are witnessing.
What is your reading of the situation in the country at this time? There have been multiple intelligence alerts. Are you concerned about the possibility of another terror attack in the Indian heartland?
See, when you talk about security, you cannot make a complete claim on anything, because one mistake or one loophole can cause huge damage. But if I have to say, what is the situation like in last 5 years? We have not seen any kind of major terrorist attack across the country, barring few tragic incidents which are close to the borders.
Sir, ऐसा बोलना नहीं चाहिए.
That's what I'm saying. But one incident can damage. That is why there's nothing to claim. But the government has to be committed to provide security to the nation and to the citizens. That is why, in terms of security achievement, you cannot make a complete claim about the situation. It's very dynamic.
You come from the Northeast. We've seen in the Northeast a big backlash against the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Are you concerned that the political gains you were hoping to register in the Northeast could be frittered away by this move of the Bharatiya Janata Party to push an amendment bill which is being very strongly opposed in all the Northeastern states?
The situation in Northeast with regards to Citizenship Amendment Bill is not security or law and order situation. This is a political. The protest and whatever resentment shown by the people, it's a political. But if you talk about security, 79%, the total numbers of incidents coming down. 79% is not a small thing. It is an official record. If you see Assam, we have withdrawn Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Tripura, 100% Armed Forces Special Powers Act has been withdrawn. Arunachal, from 16 police stations and along the Assam-Arunachal boundary, confined to only 8 police stations remaining now. Manipur, barring the municipal areas, all other areas are free from our Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Only Nagaland continues to have this act. So it shows a lot. As I said, it's not wise on my part to make a complete claim, but if you see the statistics and the situation on the ground, 79% reduction in total numbers of incidents, killing of security forces, killing of the militants, or killing of the civilians. This is a huge improvement in last 5 years. This is because of the way in which we are dealing to the people. We are reaching out to the people. We have changed the way in which the government of India used to deal with the problem. So this is a transformation in true sense. But as I said from the very beginning about security, I will not like to make any claim, especially at this juncture, because this is not a situation where a minister should make any kind of claim.
You know, there are only 2 people in this country who spend more time on television talking than anchors do. The first, of course, is our Prime Minister. The second is Dr. Sambit Patra. Dr. Patra is now in serious contention for setting either a Limca or a Guinness Book of World Record for spending the maximum amount of television time. How do you do it, Dr. Patra? I see you jump from one screen to the other, to the third, to the fourth, and it's marathon.
Rahul, thanks for the compliment, and thanks to Kiren ji. Thanks to all of you that you have given me this high stage. But let me tell you, we don't have to worry at all. We don't feel tired. We don't have to worry because of the fact that I don't have to defend anyone of my government, of the party, because we have a Prime Minister who does not need defense. He's working 24/7, so the spokespersons don't have to be defensive ever. अगर इस सरकार ने एक पैसा भी नहीं चुराया है, if we don't have any scam, if nothing is wrong in the government, why should the spokesperson be defensive? So it's a fun to be in the television where you don't have to be defensive, A. And number two, well, yes, when you skip from one channel to other channel, you occasionally do get tired. When you get tired, the only thing that you need to do is switch on the television and observe the man who never gets tired, that is the Prime Minister. Then you get that boost within yourself that here is a man who never gets tired, so why should I be tired?
Can I share a secret with everyone who's here at the India Today Conclave? You know, Dr. Patra is a great character actor, method actor, and I'll explain to you why. Because the Prime Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, Nitin Gadkari, everybody is the same way they are. You know, they are a certain way, they are the same way wherever they are and whatever they say. Dr. Patra has the unique ability of changing character and form depending on which channel he's on. So if he is, for example, on the political stock exchange, you know, he's suddenly donning the hat of a very erudite electoral cephalogist, crunching numbers. He'll go on some channels which I shan't name over here, which are crazy, and he'll start fighting and jousting like it's a big dangal in a wrestling mat. So, you know, there's a lot of method acting here. How do you do this? You know, unique, very unique. You can change, and you can, within minutes, change from one form of being on television to a completely different form of being on television, Dr. Patra.
That's the beauty of life, but it is not about Dr. Patra, it's not about an individual in Bharatiya Janata Party. In Bharatiya Janata Party, it is about what the party has done for the people, and that's the reason as to why both of us sitting over here is as to what our Prime Minister and what our party president have been consistently doing. Let me congratulate the India Today group. In fact, you are the group who have, for the most number of time, got the attendance of both the Prime Minister as well as our party president. So I believe this is the fora through which we have articulated, the party has articulated as to what the party stands for. And today is the occasion. I know my brother, my minister, Mr. Kiren Rijiju, would not be able to speak on the occasion because he is holding a seat of, a position of importance. He would not be able to speak. But I, as a spokesperson, let me articulate the present situation in the country. Because as the Prime Minister a couple of days ago said, कि ये सब संभव इसलिए है क्योंकि व्यक्ति से बड़ा दल और दल से बड़ा राष्ट्र है. And today, for a while, let me don the cap of the spokesperson of India, not as a spokesperson of BJP. And let me tell you as to how I feel, because Abhinandan ji, the wing commander Abhinandan, is just to arrive to India. The sense of elation that we all are feeling is a sense of jubilation. What Pakistan has lost in 3 days, Pakistan thought that it would perpetuate terrorism and this will go unabated. For the first time, not a punitive measure, but a preemptive measure. Well, yes, if you plan terrorism across the length and breadth of this country, we are not going to leave you. It's not that the army did not have the courage. The army, the Air Force, all had the courage always. What was somewhere lacking was the political will. I thank the present dispensation for adding this political will to our Vayu Sena. For the first time, look at the courage. The Air Force, which is supposed to be the last ladder of escalation, the Air Force was used. The Air Force crossed the LOC. It bombarded at the heart of the city which belongs to Imran Khan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There were Imran Khan Murdabad ke naare inside the Parliament of Pakistan, and for domestic consumption, F-16 were sent. A MiG-21 blows out the F-16 of Pakistan. Just imagine, MiG-21 is a boutique aircraft. A boutique aircraft of India blows away F-16. So just imagine, with hands tied, if this is what India could do to Pakistan with open hands, what would India, how would India teach a lesson to Pakistan? And thirdly,
no, but can I just,
yes, please.
Know, I don't want to rain on your party, but you know the manner in which he says it like the gospel and with so much confidence that you almost imagine for a moment that all those facts are absolutely the truth and certified. Oh, one second. He said the city which Imran Khan comes from. Pakistan says we threw bombs on a hill. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's the point. So whether it's a village, you know, a madrasa, a building, we don't know that, but it certainly wasn't a city. That's the first part. It's just a minor
Balakot.
Huh?
At the heart of Balakot.
But we didn't hit at the heart of Balakot.
No, at the heart of Balakot, we had that Mount Hill. At the top of the hill, the terror factory.
Balakot is a town. Away from the town
the terror factory.
Is some hutments which we took down, and we haven't seen the evidence. But you also say, we haven't seen the evidence, that's a fact. The other thing is, you're saying that the MiG-21 took down the F-16. The fact is that we don't know. One F-16 went down. We know whether it's the MiG-21 that took it down or in what form that went down, we don't know. But that's the thing. There's so much confidence, there's so much passion, and there's so much certainty. City, town, hutment, village, hilltop, all of that can slightly get blurred. Do you, Mr. Rijiju, think that this is a new generation of the television day spokesperson? कि मैं कहाँ रह गया, देखो कैसे हो रहा है ये?
Well, my request is, let us shift to another topic.
See, this is like a very old school formal reply that I don't know what to say, so it's best that we move on. What issue do you believe, Mr. Rijiju, this election will be fought on? What, according to you, are the key issues that will decide whether this election will be fought and won by the BJP or lost by the BJP?
See, first of all, I would like to make an appeal that when we talk about performance of the government, let us not confine to one situation or one event. We have to judge the entire tenure. As a minister, because I was part of the government, very small ministry, we were 44 ministers when we were sworn in on 26th of May. We were a small team. From that day, I have made an assessment of our own performance, one after another. But the narratives are being shifted to some other things which were not relevant to our governance. But I know some liberal left-wing people are able to shift the focus, but we are not perturbed by this kind of attempts. We are very clear about our own assessment. We are very clear about our objective. For example, I have been member of parliament since 2004. I had been to North Block, South Block, corridors of many of the central government offices. It was never before what we are seeing today. You can go to North Block, South Block to meet ministers, senior officers anytime. There's nothing called middlemen. There's nothing called commission seeking people roaming around in the corridor. There's a complete change in the way how people look at the government. I'm not talking about removal of the red beacon lights and all. These are small things are done. The bigger thing is the confidence on the government. We are reaching out to the people, people are reaching out to us. Prime Minister is always available through social media, Man Ki Baat, through congratulating the players individually, meeting the people, spending time with the soldiers during Diwali. I have never celebrated single Diwali in last 5 years in my house. I was always there in the border. These are not for displaying, for the showcasing before the public. These are for our own satisfaction. These are our moral duty towards the nation. There are many things from policies to the actions. How a new India is confident today, it's perceptible today. Everybody can see that.
Can I just add to this that you can quibble about various things the government has done or not done, but the one region of our country where the difference is very visible is the Northeast. The ability of people from the rest of the states to travel to the Northeast, travel within the Northeast, funds, development, that's the one place where the difference is actually visible on the ground. And that's been quite commendable. Do you, as a person who's been in other political formations in the past, think that that's a big difference between how the Northeast was treated earlier and how it's treated under this BJP government?
See, this is a very important point which I want to make it very laudable. BJP's presence in Northeast before 2014 was a token presence, I can say that. We had organizations, we had MLAs, we had some MPs, but it was more symbolic. Today we are forcefully running all the state governments by directly BJP or our NDA partners. Why this is possible? 2004, when I came as a young member of parliament, even the MPs, members of parliament, do not know about Northeast. How can you expect the people, general people on the street, to understand about Northeast? The MPs do not understand. Many of the union ministers cannot name the names of the 8 northeastern states. So from that look east policy, Prime Minister has changed and transformed into act east policy, because the look east policy was without action. So the act east policy.
How many new airports in the Northeast in the last 5 years?
Today, every state has either airport being built or airport laid the foundation. Today in Arunachal, 7 advanced landing airfields are being completed. The major airport in Itanagar is already under the process of the tender, and it will be soon started.
You know, here's a thought I want to leave all of you with.
See,
that there are multiple new airports that have opened. So as you plan your summer holiday, do take a look at the new airports that are there. Some of the places you can travel to now are truly unique and absolutely fantastic. I'm saying this because I was with Mr. Rijiju very recently in Tawang. It is stunning. These are places worth going to. I don't think everyone's been, and if you haven't, you should really try.
No,
See,
I would like to make an appeal or invitation, extend invitation to everyone to visit Northeast and see it. It's so beautiful. Those who have not seen Northeast, they have not seen the beauty of India.
That's true. And now, so no, but the difference was that earlier people wanted to go but didn't have the wherewithal and the means, because where do you go? You know, you're going to travel from Dibrugarh to Tawang, it'll take 3 or 4 days. Now that there's a direct flight going, it's much easier. So in that sense, it's good. Dr. Patra, the last 2 people I remember who had quite the kind of television presence that you do, one of them ended up as current Prime Minister, the other is our Finance Minister. Both were fabulous spokespersons in their generation. Where do you see yourself go? Health Minister Orissa, Chief Minister Orissa, how is this going according to you?
Rahul,
From
remember
television
one thing.
to the ground.
Rahul, remember one thing, in BJP it is not about becoming, it is about doing. बनने के लिए नहीं, करने के लिए. This is what the Prime Minister has always emphasized. It is not about individualism. It is not about individuals. We are thankful to the party today that the party has given us some work. And I am personally thankful that in an age where India is moving ahead, rather I should be using this word, galloping ahead, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and thankfully we have an extremely hardworking party president, Mr. Amit Shah. Small timers like us have become karyakartas under them. We are learning from them. This in itself is a big achievement, I would say. But secondly, and extremely importantly, as far as what India has gained in all these years. See, we all have to sit back and think, and I'll tell you, the best person who can give us the answer is our own soul. I always tell people when they ask me, whom should we vote in 2019? I say, don't ask anyone. Just close the door, close your eyes, and think for 5 minutes. Kisko vote dena hai? Aapki atma awaaz degi. Kisko vote dena hai? Your soul will tell you. You don't have to ask anyone. You don't have to watch television. You know the answer yourself. All these people, these 19 people standing in a queue, holding each other's hand. All you have to do is imagine everyone's face. A Mamata Banerjee standing beside, a Mayawati standing beside, Sonia Gandhi standing beside, Lalu Prasad Yadav standing beside, Mulayam Singh Yadav, and then at the end, Arvind Kejriwal in the middle. So you imagine what these people want. Are these people fighting to see to it कि हम प्रधानमंत्री बन जाएंगे तो सड़क पहुंचा देंगे, हमें जल्दी प्रधानमंत्री बनना है क्योंकि बिजली पहुंचाना है, हमें जल्दी प्रधानमंत्री बनना है क्योंकि गरीबों को गरीबी से हटाना है? नहीं. All of them are thinking about their own family. How do I park my 2 children in a political space in India? लालू प्रसाद यादव थिंकिंग कि मेरे दोनों लड़कों का मंगल मैं कैसे कर दूं. आदरणीय सोनिया जी भी सोच रही हैं कि मैं अपने दोनों बच्चों को सेटल कैसे कर दूं. नरेंद्र मोदी is the only man, if you compare all these 19 people with Narendra Modi, he's the only man who is thinking about our children. He's not thinking about his children, he's thinking about our children. That is the difference, and that is when the soul speaks and says, here is the man, vote for him. Is there any option? And remember, all kind of debates we have. Today I went to Uttar Pradesh for an important event. I know, a girl asked a question. She was a first-year dental student. And she asked a question कि sir, अगर आज हमारे पास रफाल विमान होता तो जो अभी पाकिस्तान के साथ चल रहा है उसमें कोई फर्क होता? And I was shunned. Yes, if we had Rafale today, then probably Abhinandan would not have been, though he's coming back, Wing Commander Abhinandan did not have gone into the territories of Pakistan. Those 12 jet planes which went to the Pakistani area crossing the LOC was not required, because Rafale would have been here within the boundaries of India, 150 kilometers through missile, we would have pinpointedly struck the targets. So this letharginess of Indian polity is what we need to do away with for all times to come.
See, you see what we deal with on television all the time. The fact is that the MiG-21 also has a air-to-air surface, air-to-air missile. That's a different matter. But, you know, the passion that you bring and your ability to spin facts and talk people up, you know, is quite incredible. It's a master class by itself. That you have to accept. Dr. Patra, I just want to tell everyone in conclusion, you know, that when he's not on TV, he watches a lot of TV. Because when he talks to you, he says, I saw you do this, I saw you do that. I say, so either he's all the time on television or you watch a lot of television. So which channel do you watch the most, Dr. Patra?
But let me
Which channel were
congratulate
you watching the last few days?
I watch all the channels, but let me congratulate the India Today group, especially you, Rahul, because all these 3 or 4 days I have been watching your coverage of whatever is happening in India and vis-a-vis Pakistan. You all have been extremely responsible, and the kind of information that you have brought to table is something which we are proud of, because information is extremely important. Dispelling the Pakistan's fake news was something extremely important, and you all did it extremely well. So thankful to your group, thankful to you as a person, thankful to Kiranji that he was so mature to say that this is not the issue I want to talk on. And look at the beauty of the party. We have a party spokesperson who can speak on that. We have a minister who does not want to go into the zone which he's not supposed to go. That is the beauty of organization. Thanks.
There is no zone he can't get into. Can we have a round of applause for Dr. Sambit Patra, and can we have a bigger round of applause for Mr. Kiren Rijiju? He's extended an invitation to everyone to come to the Tawang festival.
Yes, besides that, what Sambit said is correct. He understood the situation, and he said that I have taken a right decision not to speak on the current situation going on. Not because he wants to speak more, but because he really feels that that is the need of the time. And then I would like to extend invitation to everyone in the sense that when you go to Northeast, initially, don't expect that kind of luxury or convenience or that kind of facilities. Be a little adventurous. If you are a little adventurous, then you will enjoy more in Northeast. That is the beauty.
Well, now it's possible as well with all the airfields. Can we have a warm round of applause to Dr. Sambit Patra and to Kiren Rijiju? Warm round of applause, please. Thank you.